The next presenter is Dr. Miying Yang. Now showing 5 minutes left, 20 minutes left.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Miying Yang. And today is the first time that I was introduced as Dr. Miying Yang because I just finished my PhD in University of Cambridge. And very recently, I started a new job in Cranfield University. So a little bit background about myself. As I said, I did my PhD in Center for Industrial Sustainability, supervised by Professor Steve Evans. It's exactly the same center as Dr. David Morgan. Actually, we sat opposite to each other for like 3 to 4 years, and there was always a competition between us about whose desk is messier. Yes, he always wins the competition. And before my PhD, I did a joint master's program between the Zhejiang University in China and Universitat Politécnico de Catalunya in Spain. The subject is about industrial engineering. And before that, I did my bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. As some of you, I shifted my research interest from those technical engineering to more business-related research. And my current research areas include sustainable PSS, sustainable business models, and sustainable value creation. I'm also very interested in industrial symbiosis, business ecosystem, and sharing economy. Abe has introduced a little bit about IFM, and I introduced the CIS. So I'm going to talk about my research in PSS, and this is my research question of my PhD: how can manufacturers improve sustainable value creation in PSS business models? And this research aimed to narrow the gap between theory and the practice. So what I did is not following the traditional way of doing interviews in my case studies. Instead, I developed a tool to collect data in industries and also to support the business. So therefore, my PhD research contributes to both theory and practice. And the theoretical contribution is a framework of sustainable value creation in PSS business models. And the rationale behind this framework is that by analyzing the value captured and the value uncaptured through the entire product life cycle of including beginning of life, middle of life, and end of life, manufacturing companies can identify value opportunities and turn the value opportunities into value. So this framework, the rationale of this framework actually answers the research question. And there are a couple of new ideas in the framework. The first one is that I proposed a new PSS classification system based on the ownership and the change of ownership. I can't say that this is the best classification of PSS, but it actually distinguishes the potential for sustainability in a clearer way than the PSS classifications in the existing literature. And then I analyzed the sustainable value of each type of the PSS based on the new classification. Also, I introduced the new concept, value uncaptured, as a novel perspective to study value exchange in business models. So if you have read some of the business model literature, you would know that almost 98% of business model researchers only talk about value creation, value capture, value delivery, and value proposition. My PhD proposed value uncaptured as a new perspective to innovate business models. And my tool was basically developed following this kind of logic. Then I collected data from industries. I defined 4 forms of value uncaptured and identified 26 sources of value uncaptured through the entire product life cycle. And afterwards, I analyzed like more than 100 examples of how companies turn value uncaptured into value opportunities. I believe that there are certain patterns behind those successful examples. And I was looking for those patterns, and I proposed a model of turning value uncaptured into value opportunities. And the model includes, is composed of mechanisms, directions, and tactics. And not all the identified value opportunities can be turned into value. And then I analyzed the challenges, and I including 3 dimensions of challenges. So this is the framework of my PhD. And the practical contribution is the sustainable value analysis tool that I developed mainly for data collection. And I designed 4 versions of the tool. Here are 2 of them. But as I said, at the beginning, my purpose was to collect data. But gradually, we found that it was so helpful to several manufacturing companies and some other practitioners. They even came to us telling us their problems and wanted to use the tool. So we developed a toolkit combining this tool, sustainable value analysis tool, together with the other 2 tools developed from our center. So basically, the first tool, value mapping tool, is to help companies to analyze the value exchange among different stakeholders and identifying where among the stakeholders there is a conflict between conflict of value exchange between among those stakeholders. And SWOT is to help companies to identify value opportunities by identifying those value uncaptured and the value captured throughout each stage of product life cycle. And business transformation tool is to help companies to understand the challenges, the drivers, and the conditions of the companies, how to transform their current business model into a desired business model. So usually the desired business model are one type of PSS business models. So I guess some of you might be quite interested in that according to what I heard. And here is the link of the 3 tools. And we used the tools for different purposes, like business consulting, business education, and also we use it as a teaching material for the undergraduate and master's students. Thank you, in University of Cambridge. And we also developed business training program to teach practitioners. And I don't have many published journal papers, and I have 2 published papers, and there are 3 additional ones for which are currently under review. My main task of this year is to write papers out of my thesis, so it looks a little bit ambitious. And here are my targets for this year in terms of publication. And I was involved in 3 projects during my PhD, and currently I'm funded by this project, EPSRC Center for Innovative Manufacturing in Industrial Sustainability. I'm also involved in the STEAM project that Yip has mentioned. It's the project that run in CTM at the IFM. And that project was to combine sustainable value analysis tool and road mapping in order to integrate sustainability factors into road mapping process. I don't really have much teaching experience, and the only experience it was that I was participated in teaching sustainable business models for the masters and for the MPhil program and the MET program in Cambridge. In terms of industry collaboration, I don't really know if it counts or not. So I listed the case studies that I did during my PhD. And thank you very much. And I also brought the third version of my tool. It's composed of a poster. Usually I print it as a A1 or A0 size, and it has a set of step-by-step cards to guide practitioners to follow the process to use the tool. If you are interested, you can certainly come and talk to me. Thank you very much.